Hello everybody, my name is Dratnos, and welcome to my weekly vault video here for March 7th, 2023. Gonna be a good one, I can feel it. So first off, we have my warrior up. My warrior needs very little. We could take 6 item levels on pants, would be lucky from M+, 3 item levels on weapon, would also be from the M+ rows, 3 item levels on cloak, would also be from M+ rows. Aeronog ring would be huge. 3 item levels on helmet would be good as well. Tertiaries on any existing item would be sweet as well. And then also a socket is totally fine. We're happy with the socket here too. Let's see what is in the vault here. Okay, nothing good in these rows. 421 helmet again, okay. Already got one of those. 421 boots, already have those. These are verse mastery instead of haste mastery. So it's a little bit lower mastery, but I still think probably not good. And then a helmet without a tertiary as well. So we are going to take the attendance tokens of merit and stick a socket in these 424 bracers, and we're not too unhappy about that. That is still a nice little upgrade. And at this point, this character, it's hard to find upgrades on this character. Anyways, haste verse looks good. The reason I like the haste verse is like, so the way that Lariat works is Lariat will proc based on like the little stat usually of these gems. Like Frost is verse, and I prefer a verse proc to a haste proc, because then I have like the base haste since the higher proc rate, and rather than proccing haste is kind of weird. So I like having my gems like this. I like having more base haste and getting the verse proc off of the Lariat. I'm not actually sure what's best, but I'm pretty sure this feels best to me off of pure feely craft. A lot of people ask me questions about UI, by the way, out of these videos. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description below to a Google Doc that has a lot of info on all the different add-ons and weak auras and stuff. If you're interested in like this Professions weak aura and Feast tracker and stuff. But anyways, let's move on to the next character. All right, it's monk time. Now my monk is pretty much got a lot of good items already. I only did 2 out of 8 mythic on this character last week, and I think I only did 1 key, so I don't think I can even take a socket if nothing good is in here. So really hoping to see something good. However, even though I only did 2 out of 8 mythic last week, I have killed Broodkeeper before on this character, so that means Broodkeeper loot could show up in the vault. The way the vault works is any boss you've killed on that difficulty in the past ever can show up in your vault on that difficulty. So all the mythic bosses I've killed on this character, which is all of them except for like Razageth and Dathia, can show up in the vault, even though I only killed 2 bosses last week. Plus, there is always a small chance that you get tier even from the bosses you haven't killed, but that chance goes up if you've killed the bosses that they're associated with. So yeah, we're looking for Aeronog ring, Broodkeeper ring. Okay, I don't need a Whispering Cardinal, I already got one of those. All right, well, this is not good. We're gonna take 4/6 of a socket, and oopsie, I should have done some more content on that character last week. Well, that's okay. Now I don't have to do as much. Now if I just do 2 slots in my vault next week, it's not bad anymore, right? So, okay, well, now here's my Paladin. My Paladin did 4 bosses. This character is in my alt run this week. Like Guild's alt run, which killed Broodkeeper, so it has 4 bosses. What we did is we went Aeronog, Primal Council, Broodkeeper. And then once we killed Broodkeeper, we went and killed Dathia, but we're not going to kill Terros or Senarth because we don't want to add those items. We don't want these characters to ever kill those bosses because their items are so bad that we do not want to add those to their vaults because of the system that I was just talking about. This will be loot spec. I think I'm actually going to be loot spec Prot, because I would really like a Broodkeeper shield. We would also love a ring from either Aeronog or Broodkeeper. Okay, we're going to see just full-on garbage from the raid rows. But we are going to get item levels on the pants. The pants are tier as well, which is, I guess, kind of cool. Saves me a catalyst charge potentially down the line. Lets me put an off piece now in any of my slots if I get a good one. Yeah, so now my helmet's actually kind of freed up to be non-tier. So I could potentially... The thing is, my helmet is 411 socketed leech, so it's going to be kind of hard to upgrade that. But yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good pants, you know. It's hard to find... There aren't good plate pants, actually, from the raid, right? So 421 pants. That's best possible outcome. It's haste crit as well. Haste's a good stat for both prot and ret. Crit, a little bit less good for prot, but, you know, not a big deal. Okay, fierce armor kit, before we forget. Buy one of those. Hop off. And... bang. Okay. So a little upgrade there. We had bad vault, good vault. Surely we're going to have a great vault on the DH. The DH needs Whispering Incarnate Icon, that icon that we passed on the monk. Really would love to see that show up for the DH here. That would be really good. Failing that, sockets, honestly, we're starting to... Actually, I think this might be another character where I can't take a socket, so hopefully not that. Pants. My pants are still $3.95. Chest piece. My chest piece is some Great Feast chest piece. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, wow. Okay, another useless... This will be the same as taking this token of merit, because it just puts a socket in it. Okay. A non-Seal of Direnor's Chosen Ring or a Great Cloak. Well, this is kind of funny. It's not good. Like, it's the same as if my vault didn't have anything, right? This is the same as taking a socket because I already have this item. In fact, taking a socket will save me some gold because I would need to re-enchant this ring. But I think it's going to be worth it because I think this showing up in my guild's, like, log of who got which items out of their vaults is going to be really tilting for my guildies. So I'm going to take the ring. I'm going to take the socket the expensive way. And, yeah, that should just be really, really annoying for anybody who checks that history. Let's do Devotion of Haste. I've switched over to, like, Vengeance gearing on this character because I've been doing some content as Vengeance on this thing, so stick that there. And yeah, again, kind of a dead vault. It's kind of a shame. We've had two characters get very rare items from the first two bosses, but they were both duplicates already, which, I mean, that's going to happen, right? Once you start getting items, your duplicate chance naturally goes up, so now that I have, like, half the very rare items I want, I should expect to start seeing a lot of duplicates before I actually finish off any of the character sets, but would be cool. Would be cool to get some characters done. This character, on the other hand, I only have a heroic Aeronog ring, so we would love to see Mythic Aeronog ring, Mythic Whispering Incarnate Icon. And we're not really hoping to see the Imbued Kalashi Crusher. That one doesn't really do anything. Gold Steel Bindings, okay. So if I could take a socket, maybe taking a socket would be a better short-term upgrade. This is going to be a better long-term upgrade anyways, because I can eventually socket it. But let's take a look. So this would be plus 23 armor, plus 15 strength, plus 54 stamina, and plus 13 secondaries. And I would lose 130 or 103 secondaries. I suspect that's not going to be worth until I can socket this, but I can check later, but I'm pretty sure I can't put this on until I socket it, but that is fine. That's not a big deal. Eventually that thing can get socketed, I guess, but pretty much took nothing out of the vault here. Got to start making sure I get my 6 vaults so I can actually start taking sockets on some of these characters. I slacked a little bit last week. I was hoping to just get the very rare items, but I've unfortunately gotten the same very lucky, very rare items that I've already gotten on characters so far. Okay, now what do we have here? We have my Druid. I think this is my last tankable character. Loot spec. Loot spec balance seems okay, because I already have a 418 Agi staff. Would prefer to see a 421 Int staff for that reason. We would love to see Feather from the M+ rows. Okay, we're not going to see a Feather. We are going to see a helmet at 421. That's cool. We're going to see bracers as well. Or a cloak. I think I'm going to take these bracers because I do want to keep the Flaring Cowl. Flaring Cowl is enabling my my ring here. You can see, like, this is a healer key I did, and that ring did 6% of my damage, so yeah, I think I'm going to keep that. I'll take these bracers. Haste Mastery. Good stats. Good stats for Resto. Good stats for balance. Okay stats for Feral. Yeah, take these, get some eye level. Not too bad. All right. And now for the real Abomination. This is the character where if we can secure an Aeronog ring, that would be very good times. Last week I got the heroic Broodkeeper staff, which was an excellent outcome out of the vault there. This week we are hoping... I did 2 out of 8 mythic on this character. So we are hoping to... oh, wow. We're hoping to see something just really annoying for everybody else. Loot Spec Devastation. Whispering Incarnate Icon. Aeronog Ring. Either of those things would just be unbelievably good. Ice Wrath's Channeling Conduit is not very good at all. Cloak of Failing Will, though, that is fine. That is a good outcome. Crit Mastery, I think those are the Devastation stats as well, so... Gotta assume we're pretty happy with that. Still missing 4-piece because I need to get shoulders or chest piece that I could catalyze. But once I do that, I can catalyze 4-piece. I could craft some rings at some point as well. Actually, 6 out of 10 towards getting a 418 crafted piece as well, and I have a 405 crafted piece that I haven't made yet, so I should craft rings, like craft a 405 ring, get enough stuff to craft something, and then maybe like craft either chest piece or shoulders, whichever doesn't drop first, catalyze the other one, find a good trinket. And the character is actually it's kind of close to being good. It's much closer than like a 389 character with 389s in all my slots, right? Because like I have some really good items in some slots, right? And then I have some really easy to upgrade items in some other slots, so I can still get my item level up more quickly. So yeah, this thing, I don't know. The thing is, I'm not sure if I'm any good at Devastation. I think I need to do a lot of practice to become at all reasonable at this spec. But that seems like kind of a fun project, so yeah, that's what I'm working on. Anyways, those are my vaults this week. Another week of not too much good stuff happening. Some unfortunate overlap drops on some characters, some unfortunate characters that I didn't do enough content on to be able to take a socket last week as well, because I was mostly playing on my warrior and on my druid, so if I distributed my keys a little bit better across my characters, but I was actually, like on my warrior, I was actually trying to do some like 24s, 25s and stuff, so didn't want to, do any alts in those things. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope your vaults have been good this week. Thanks for joining me on my exciting journey as always. I'll be back next week, hopefully with a similar amount of vaults, although never know, at some point it might slow down a little bit. Might not be able to get all my characters into 2 out of 8s every week. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.